If I lose one more tooth, I can kiss a man. That's a pact I made with God.
And my friend must help me clean my ass because it is filthy. In between, yeah, close to human.
That sweet spot
Not
in between
as shocking
chicken
as
feet and a human penis. Let me think.
As shocking as a human penis upon first glance. I wish I had a hot one this week, but that snort got me colder than a witch's britches. It's the Dapper Dads, folks. How you doing?
Jesus. It wasn't a snore.
It sounded like a...
No, you want to talk snores, motherfucker.
No, you
I've
want to
slept with you.
No, you
Not sexually, but we're working up to
I mean, we're trying. We're getting to that year point. You know, I was thinking for a year we could maybe
Make
hold...
love.
I was going to say hold hands. You know,
Well, you know me. I'm always trying to progress the relationship.
I'm haven't even gone up to bat yet, and you're already trying to make a home run. Don't rush me, okay?
I mean, you know I love fifth base.
I mean, I have some hurts in my past, and I just don't know if I can trust you. Like that
well,
yet.
look who's coming around. You know, I'm just trying to score ace of base because I only make love to I saw the sign and it opened up your thighs. I saw the sign.
The only song I make love to is I put my hand on a stove, and I sing it in that falsetto the whole time.
Is it because it has that false ending?
Yeah, it has the false ending.
Have you figured out your money shot to make it work?
It's a very hard art to figure out.
That would be upsetting because you always think it's done. And
the
then
most
like,
perfect moment. No, the most perfect moment would be to unload your load when it's feel kind of free.
Well, yeah, that's when we're all hoping to unload our loads, but it doesn't always work out like that.
You know, you ever get some top and you sing that song?
Some sloppy Toppington. Well, yes,
good old Sir Sloppy Toppington. Was
yeah, because I want nothing more than to be serviced orally while singing to myself and hearing my dumb voice.
But also singing Party Next Door's part and Kid Cudi's part, just being like, marijuana. I've been trying.
Jesus, this one's already off the rails. Episode 51.
Get blown in an SUV and sing Cudi's part from
Why
Ghost
is it an
Town.
SUV?
I just feel like if an SUV has the windows, windows are rolled up, good acoustics, you can really hear yourself go free.
I don't think I want that. I don't think I can finish while yelling.
I would like to finish while yelling, and there's only one way to find out. And that is if you somehow go to www.thedapperdads.com and check out our merch store where we've got some fantastic designs. If you're watching the video, I have been discrepant enough to cover up where my portable beverage came from, but we are whoring out. So while we make t-shirt money, you can take a look at a fantastic t-shirt.
Yeah, and this bitch is held up. All the blood,
how many washes
tears,
has it gotten so far?
Vomit, a little bit of shit one night.
One tiny brown spot.
One tiny bit of shit. It's better than my shorts, which have... Do you ever look at... Oh, goddamn.
Not like this. You not like this.
It was cute and subtle. It's fine. We'll ignore it for the audio listeners. Video listeners, hashtag what just happened in the comments.
Something's happening in this basement. It's riddled with filth.
Anyway, you ever, like, I put these shorts on and it's raining and I was like, oh, they must have got a little wet. And then you realize it's just a hardcore grease stain because that's my life. I'm always like, this
You want to talk
hardcore
wet. Grease stains?
No, I don't. God damn it. Why can't we have grease anymore?
Why did you
can't even eat fried food because you can't control
Why
yourself.
Can't we have grease?
Because you've ruined it like you're slowly doing with everything.
I haven't ruined grease. Grease ruins itself.
No, Greece was fine until you took it.
There's going to be some Greek people that take this out of context and try to fight the podcast.
If we haven't been taken out of context by episode 51, it's shocking. Because shocking. You can piece together a lot of things.
I want to know.
Only works because of context.
I want to know what type of people have tried to psychologically analyze us while listening to the show because I feel like it paints a certain picture.
Yeah, I think we've fully lost control and any sort of restrictions we had.
Any type of reputation we had has now been forfeit.
Tarnished
is a good word for it.
But as I think Slim was alluding to, and you'll probably see it on the interwebs by the time this comes out, but if you haven't, we got some motherfucking koozies. Some nice, high quality koozies. Keep your hand warm, keep your beverage cold. Put beers in them.
They are fantastic. I just used one to down a hefty can of balls, and it held up well. And now it's holding my unspecified coffee drink, and it's doing a fantastic job. It stretches well, which is what I look for in something good that holds.
Yes. Much stretch in it. See how bad you can stretch it out. But yeah, we've got We've got some. They're limited. Get them while they're hot. They're free in person, and we're figuring out how to sell them on the internet. It's a chore, but
it's kind of like selling dick. It's a chore, and there's a lot of legal loopholes you got to jump through.
Yeah, you would be the one to ask about that.
Could we sell them on Backpage?
Backpage got closed down. I hear, allegedly.
Allegedly. It's going to be rebranded soon.
Front page. That's our new
The Dapper Dad's fuck page.
Oh yeah, that's
fuck page
fuck
brought
book.
to you by the fuck book brought to you by the Dapper
Fuck
Dads.
book's a thing.
With a mouth on the either side of fuck page.
With
blah
just
blah.
Dicks going in the mouth.
Yeah, no, no, that implies that it's like another grinder, and it's like I'm trying to go. Anyone of any sexuality can come on our dating website.
Unspecified mouths.
Yeah, those.
So that doesn't mean it's gay.
I always thought it was
men's mouths.
I always thought it was implied that it's our mouths because there's two of us and there's two mouths.
I don't think our mouths are that identical. I know that they're not.
You don't know that.
I know that they're not.
I would like some dental records side by side.
Well, the only way you can get dental records is if you burn up in a fire and they can't identify your body.
Do you think we could legally get dental records before that somehow?
By burning up in a fire?
Before we have to
Before the fire?
Like, could I just get my dental records?
I think we have to burn two similar-sized people up in a fire and throw a tooth each in there. And then we'll get the dental records.
So what you're saying is one of those like things where like they do the flashback and it's us like yanking a tooth out each and throwing it in the fire, being like, "Don't be a pussy. This is for our better life."
Yeah.
And then we kiss.
Well, yeah, because we have
with like blood running down our mouth and the tooth missing.
If I lose one more tooth, I can kiss a man. That's a pact I made with God when I was young.
Listen, man, it is not my place to talk about people's private conversations with God.
No, I don't think it's anyone's
But
place.
I don't want to hear any more about that one.
Well, just wait till I lose a tooth. I'm coming for you. You're at the top of my list.
It's like It Follows. You're just running after me, trying to give me a smooch at like an outdoor music festival. Somebody knocks one of your teeth out at a music festival, and you're just following me, just bludgeoned.
No, I get knocked down, and you're like, "Holy shit!" And you pick me up, and I pull out a tooth, and I look at you,
just like
there's
lustfully.
My mouth is covered with blood, and I just lean in. And you're drunk enough to accept it.
And you just leave a sloppy, bloody kiss on my face, and I'm like,
yeah, that happens a lot with all the teeth I have.
I mean, that happens to
How
me
many
now.
teeth
anywhere.
are you supposed to have? 32?
I thought 28 minus the wisdom teeth.
I've got 32.
Not
Not all of them are in my mouth. Removed? No, but I need to. But I'm not gonna until it hurts, like a true American.
My father did that, and he had one that was growing in sideways against his teeth.
Yeah, that's what all four of mine are gonna do. They say,
but
they projected to grow in.
It was like The Simpsons with the Lisa thing, and they're
basically.
like, in years, 10 years, 5 years, your jaw just keeps protruding out like a horse, and 20 years. It's just, you look like BoJack Horseman, but like your face is just like, the skin is like long and tore. There's like stretch marks.
That's already started.
There's a word bubble that says "Let me die." And you're like, I don't remember saying that.
I do remember saying that.
Yeah, actually, I remember you saying it constantly.
Well, yeah, I just said it before we started.
Every week for the last 51 weeks.
Yeah, 51 weeks, which brings us to next week being the big shebang.
The big year showdown,
big motherfucking shit show. So by the time you're hearing this, if you haven't submitted, which you have, because why would you disgrace us like that?
Yeah, why would you disrespect us like that? Because, I mean, we have a standard and expectation that we live to, and I know you guys want to meet that because you don't want to disappoint us.
Yeah, and we've started getting some submissions. We've gotten some high-quality ones. Some people are giving us some very specific details.
Yes.
So don't have your fucking submission suck. Maybe we'll give someone with the best submission something.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't. We don't like to commit to anything.
It's so possible that, you know, if you tune in, there could be new things. There could be surprises. There could be announcements. There could be giveaways. There could be all kinds of things.
I mean, we're pretty up in the air about the whole thing. But what I will tell you is to fucking submit if you haven't already.
Amen.
Even if you have, submit 10 more times just so we have a good selection to choose from.
I can't approve of people keeping submitting based on that one submission.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. But yeah, so submit. By the time you're hearing this, we'll probably be working on recording it.
Yeah, more than likely. And I am going to kill everyone if you start submitting after the year episode.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. We'll call you out on the show.
We'll figure out how to block you.
We'll figure out how to make sure you never get a piece of merchandise.
Yeah, we'll do everything. But we will take your money forever.
Oh, yeah, we'll take your money. We just won't give you anything.
Yeah, which is... I don't
kind of like the business deal. I'd like to be in.
Yeah, I mean, you guys should pay for this.
The way I feel like it is, if girls can go out just to get free dinners, we could just take money for the podcast and not give anything in return.
I mean,
only seems fair.
This content shouldn't be free.
It is premium for what it's worth.
It is very premium. What other podcasts do you listen to that never let you down? Because we've never let you down once.
Ever.
Anyway, so fucking submit. You can also email us at dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. We got an email submission for the 1 year, so it's popping off. Get in there. And you can also call 4027-DAPPER. That's 4027-327737 and leave us a motherfucking voicemail.
We love voicemails.
That's the best way to submit. That makes our nipples the most erect, if we're being honest.
I went out without an undershirt today and caught several cross breezes because of the rain that was coming. And let me tell you, as a man who struggles with his body confidence, when your nipples are showing through your t-shirt at work, it is not a good feeling.
So I always got 2 t-shirts on.
I usually do the 2 honestly, I'm more of a
wife beater.
A shirt underneath.
You're more of a wife beater.
I don't like saying shirt. I don't like saying wife beater. It carries a negative connotation. With all the things happening, this year, I like to hold my tongue.
I mean, it's the name of a shirt. Any shirt could be a wife beater.
James Gunn just got fired from directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3 from a bunch of tweets he said like 10 years ago.
Yeah, they will find your tweets, which is why I've deleted all my tweets from the past.
Which is why times. I think I'm definitely going to go through my Twitter.
Yeah, we need to work on your Twitter a lot anyway.
Yeah, my Twitter is. Yeah, my Twitter needs a facelift.
Yeah,
is there any way we can like queer eye for the straight guy my Twitter?
I mean, we can definitely look into it.
Could we contact them?
I mean, we contact everyone at this point.
Yeah.
We are whores for attention.
I love attention. Attention's like my favorite thing in the entire world.
It's the only reason we do this.
I do lots of things for attention.
Oh, you're telling me. Also, yeah, follow us on Twitter at DapperDads. You can DM us whatever you want or just tweet at us.
Slim's usually awake really, really late and we'll have crazy conversations with you.
Yeah, and I'm awake very early and I will maybe conversate with you. I have high standards.
We've got shifts.
Yeah, we take shifts.
I take the night shift. He takes the day shift.
Yeah, and that's
I'm usually from 2 to 2 you can get a hold of me, and then usually from let's say 7:30 to 7:36 in the morning you can get a hold of Drum.
Yeah, I have a sweet spot. I don't know. I don't like talking to anyone until at least 8.
Yeah, I do like to have that alone time when I wake up. It is necessary.
You want to wake up and have a conversation with someone? I don't want to speak for at least 45 minutes once I've woken up.
What is the quickest time it takes you to get ready when you wake up? So like, let's say like you wake up and you like just got to rush, you got to be somewhere. What's the quickest you can get ready and you still feel okay about yourself? Because we all know what it's like when you rush and like you just forget to brush your teeth right and shit.
I take a long shower every day. Yeah, that's where I do a lot of my thinking, and just I feel like that's what helps me wake up is like stand in the shower.
Yeah.
You know, rubbing my eyes.
Yeah, your eyes.
Yeah, rubbing my eyes.
Yeah, both.
You know what I mean? Both of them.
I was gonna say your one brown eye, but then I'm thinking about 2 and just
rubbing my asshole. Just standing scrubbing my asshole. Because I didn't clean it for like 16 years. So I got a lot of build up, some residue.
So whenever we talk about things on the show, I usually go out into my real world life and I talk about some of the things we talk about. And one of the things I know I shouldn't, but it happens. And one of the things I was talking to some people about was wiping your ass and then accidentally feeling your asshole on accident. And I was talking to
how many times do you have to say accident? You don't feel it after you're done wiping to make sure it's fully clean? Another one. We gotta stop talking about this.
I don't want to know you do that at all.
That would be weird, right?
You mean
that would be totally weird, right? Who would do that?
Yeah, that would be really, really weird. And if someone did that, I might have to reconsider my branding and friendship with them.
No, it's too late. You're in too deep.
I am in too deep. I don't think I could learn anything about you and then like quit this. Like, what could I possibly learn about you that would make me quit this show?
I don't know. It can't be on mic. I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you that. Yeah, most definitely.
If you're out, then it's got to be private conversation.
Yeah.
I'll put it on you sometime when you're like nice and drunk and comfortable and think everything's good. Then I'll bring the load in.
I think what we should do is we should get very, very drunk together,
I'm down.
Annihilatingly drunk together, and then just confess.
Heroically drunk. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
term.
Heroically drunk. Slavically drunk. That's how deep.
I don't like that one. Let's stick with heroic.
No, I like the idea of chugging a 5th of Skol because you're thirsty.
I mean, it wouldn't be my first rodeo at all.
It wouldn't be my 17th rodeo.
I only drink Skol straight when there's a thunderstorm and I'm in my underwear in the backyard.
God, that is such a beautiful visual.
That is a real visual.
I'm picturing your poor dog just hiding in the couch, wondering where her dad is, and you're just out there screaming at God.
She knows where Daddy is.
With your 5th of Skol.
I'm like, come down here and fight me already, you bitch.
I can't wait to have to comfort your children on the phone someday. To be like, me and your dad, we went through some things when we were younger. He doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe someday when you're older, he can learn about it.
He wants to talk about it. That's all he talks about.
The backyard, you're screaming details about it. I killed a man. I saw him die. As you're chugging Skol.
I've never felt stronger, and now everything is boring to me.
Your dad says a lot of things when he's like this, and he doesn't mean them, okay? He doesn't
I want to kill again. I have a house full of prospects, and I know I can't do it. You're like, it's gonna be
If
okay.
I killed all them, I could kill again. It's like, listen, man, your dad doesn't mean it. Whatever you hear he doesn't mean, come over to Uncle Slim's house. It's fine. Just wait till your dad's done.
And if Slim ever tries to take my kids again, I'll kill him too.
I'm just on the other end. I'm like, ah.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you guys just lock yourself in the basement? And there's no basement in my house.
And I have a spare key.
I have a crawl space where we keep things.
Like the other bodies. And I'm just like, kids, I need you to get in the car with mom and just drive.
And if that bitch tries to take my car again, everybody dies. I'll kill myself right now.
This is such a specific rant. This rant seems so targeted. It's like he's in a different...
I'm going to hang up because it's like he knows what I'm saying.
Like he's in a different place.
If Slim hangs up a phone in the next 20 minutes, it's fucking over. You're just like, I wish I never made the phone call.
I got 2 phones. I'm like, this is it. This is what it always meant. This is what he meant.
He knew was gonna happen.
You're just outside chugging.
Thunderstorm.
I got 2 phones.
Just dancing crazy
in your underwear with Skol 40 hands.
Skol 40 hands and a real doughy body. My specialty. Only in thunderstorms.
Only in a thunderstorm. Yeah. Any other time, you are an exceptional father. You are a pillar of your community. Yeah. You are seen as a giver, a father of all, really.
Yeah.
But when thunderstorms come and you start playing Skol 40 hands, there's some things that you went through that just come up, and we got to deal with it appropriately.
Now just picture Skol 40 hands, but with human skulls. Because
you're drinking Skol out of the skull.
Yeah. This is the one that guy got away, but I still got him in the end.
I got him. He tried to eat me. I ate him first.
Just drinking. Yeah, this doesn't seem that far-fetched.
No, not at all.
I love thunderstorms.
I love drinking alcohol out of the skulls of my enemies. Let's combine them.
I mean, yeah, we can. It doesn't seem that far-fetched.
No, not at all.
The future is looking nice.
Looking real bright, let me tell you.
Yeah,
coming up after a year, if we can be drinking the cheapest vodka out of the skulls of our enemies.
I don't think Skol's that bad straight. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, it's not that bad straight. It's a Skol drinking alcohol,
worse
I believe.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Just going to fantasize about this now.
I just can't get over the visual of you all Dale Gribble-esque in your tidy whiteys in the yard screaming.
Well, I don't wear tidy whiteys.
I know, but in my brain, in the visual.
In a tidy whiteys in a thunderstorm? Someone will call the cops if they don't about me screaming about murder.
But the boxers paint the picture of a perfectly sane man.
Yeah, but they're real loose, like when old men wear boxers. Loose.
Like they've been through a way too hot dryer too many
they're
times.
They're essentially shorts. The elastic starts to just do the
it's all like crunchy. Oh, yeah.
And a couple of them are peeking out.
Got some pubes hanging out of the top.
Oh, yes. You know me. Always keep a couple on deck.
A couple of planters right on the top there.
I hate time hop for
multiple reasons.
Boo, 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 boo. It finally happened. It only took 51 episodes. Now the lighting is interesting.
Yeah, now it's
You're just like an interrogation.
It's pretty hot under these lights. Drama. Pretty hot.
Anyway, as I was gonna say before everything fell apart, I hate time hop for the Facebook aspect.
Yeah.
Because we were all cringy people.
Mm-hmm.
And then other sad events and whatnot. My Twitter time hop is insanity. I've sent you some things.
You have sent me some things off of there that are
What was the one I sent you that
concerning.
was like, I keep a couple pubes on me just in case they ever have to clone me. Every 10 clones makes an evil clone.
Yeah.
Like, I read things I don't remember writing.
I do that with Facebook status, especially ones where I tag friends and it's like something we were saying when we were fucked up. You know?
Those, we have a ton of those.
Well, that's where the Dapper Dads came from.
Yeah, exactly. That's where this fucking
whole nightmare of a shit show started.
Was born. But my Twitter, I'll read things and then I'm like, yeah, that must be a reference from something because I like
And
couldn't
then it
pick
isn't.
that up. And then you Google it and you're like, well,
And it's like literally no results found.
I had one yesterday that was like, what was it? Pee in the bed, puke in the bed, peeing on your puke, puking on your pee. That was it. I love it. And I'm like, that's definitely from something.
Blood from the blood god and cum for the cum god. Like,
I Googled it. That's not from anything.
No, it's not.
So then I'm like, what was I doing?
Well, clearly, I'm no Sherlock Holmes, but if I had to go off of a hunch, I'd say you were doing something with puking on your pee and peeing on your puke.
No, I feel like sometimes I just think.
That sounds like a really short, fast punk song. Pee on your puke! Puke on your pee!
No, it's pee in the bed. Puking in the bed. Peeing on the puke. That's it.
Yeah.
That's our first song.
An 8-second punk song.
Oh, I listened to a band the other day. All their songs were 12 seconds long. It was infuriating.
Isn't it just?
What a fucking waste
How do you
of my
play
time.
a set list like that?
I don't know.
45 song set list, 23 minutes long.
Oh, God.
Every beat is just and you're like, where? And it's just fast bar chords the whole time.
It's
The lyrics are different, we promise. It's all just
yeah, I
Can we make this album?
I feel like we're just speaking it into existence.
I like to think
I
that we're gonna
definitely
make
am
it.
excited about the first
The
single.
Dapper Dads present
peeing and puking the bed.
Peeing and Puking the Bed from Big Cum is back in town.
I don't know. We're gonna workshop that name.
We ain't workshopping it. If anything, we're workshopping it up. Like we're gonna upgrade it. It's gonna be amplified.
Yeah, it's gonna get better.
I want mystery billboards that say Big Cum is back in town.
You think we have billboard money?
I would like mystery
we would have
billboard
billboards
money.
already. I've looked into billboard money.
How much?
Or not billboard money, but billboard pricing.
Technically, if we're looking at billboard pricing, we are looking at billboard money because we got to figure out what to do to make the billboard money.
Well, yeah, we don't have billboard money. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
How long before we're projected to have billboard money, where I can just put up Big Cum is back in town?
I'm not gonna let that be part of this brand.
You can't let something happen that's already in motion.
Trust me, I'm an advertising marketing guru.
And
many people say.
I'm not going to disagree with you one bit, but I'm
just
saying
the billboard that says Big Cum is back in town doesn't really do anything for the brand.
But it gets people wondering.
Yeah, great. Why don't you spend your billboard money on that one?
You got it.
And then or I've seen some billboards that are out of commission. I'm trying to figure out if maybe we can just take care of them.
Commission one?
Yeah.
Like how nice would that be? The Dapper Dads adopt a billboard.
Yeah.
Put up whatever we want on it.
I know 3 off the top of my head that are like not
adopt
used
billboards
anymore. No, I don't think that's. I'm talking about like we climb up a ladder.
Nuh-uh,
we get on a billboard.
Do a protest.
No, we just paint or plaster
our own billboard
on an
without
abandoned
permission.
Billboard. Yes.
Okay.
That seems up our alley.
That seems like a good marketing scheme.
Pretty
for
much
us.
my whole plan with any sort of guerrilla marketing like that is to say that it wasn't us and we're just a very popular brand, so people will do things.
Yeah.
Like if allegedly we put stickers up places, I feel like that can't come back on us because we give out free stickers.
Yeah,
we have loyal fans and we can't be held responsible for what they do.
Yeah, I mean, there's no legality for what people do. I mean, once you give out a product, once that product is out of your hands.
Yeah, so we'll go do a billboard after this.
I like the idea.
I know 3.
3 quick ones.
3 quick ones. Yeah, it's all coming together.
Full circle.
But yeah, real billboard money is something we might never attain.
Buy more t-shirts.
I think
then we can have billboard.
The projection of money we're making to the projection of our death date is...
Where does billboard money fall? 7 years after we die?
Yeah, 7 years after we die, we'll have billboard money. Unless people want to make a drastic change.
We just got a live voicemail coming in from the number, so we can play this live on the air.
Beautiful. See, that's why you got to get it on your phone. And I also didn't turn off the call forwarding from our tests earlier. So
yes.
I'm surprised no one's phone rang. It probably ruined the video.
More than likely. How you doing?
Fun folks out there.
Hi, how you doing, folks? Slim here with just a kind little message to tell you. Be careful with your mayonnaise-based products, because if you leave them in your trunk on a hot summer day, you will get sick. Here's a dad tip for you.
Nothing like hot mayonnaise.
Don't trust coleslaw that smells like tinfoil.
Don't eat coleslaw. Coleslaw is disgusting.
Don't eat any type of mayonnaise-based salad.
Have you ever gotten an argument with a person about how coleslaw is salad? Because I don't think coleslaw is salad.
I'm not even that Midwestern.
But some people have strong stances on that. Coleslaw is not a salad to me, and I will fist fight you.
What is it
Kmart
then?
parking lot?
What is coleslaw then? If it's not a salad.
It's a pile of shit.
I mean, agreed.
I mean, technically, if we want to split hairs,
Yeah.
it might be a salad.
I think it might be because it's like.
Do you ever go,
dressing
give me some of that salad while you motion at a bowl of coleslaw?
No, but
No,
when have you ever
exactly.
motioned at
Case
a bowl
closed.
of coleslaw?
Tuesday.
When's the last time
I
you
did it
saw a
Tuesday.
bowl? There was a bowl of coleslaw?
Container? A container
But
of
you said
coleslaw?
bowl for the example. I'm picturing
Everything's
like
a bowl.
fruit punch bowl.
Everything's a bowl to me.
Everything is not a bowl.
I came from a household where everything had to be a bowl. Do we want to get into it?
I kind of do.
No. Have you
You
ever eaten
have-
cereal out of a glass?
You ever eaten cereal
cup.
off a plate?
Have you ever eaten cereal off of a woman's back?
I would.
The nape of her neck?
You know that's one of my goals, to eat a meal off a woman's back.
Yeah, but cereal? Cereal's not a meal.
I mean, if
a
it's part of
sad
a
meal.
balanced breakfast, it is.
Part.
Yeah, part. Yeah,
It's
the
not a meal.
cereal's going to be in the dimple of her back, and then we're going to have the hot bacon right in the middle.
Okay.
Fresh
How
off,
hot?
like fresh off the George Foreman, still sizzling,
Okay.
leaving bacon-shaped burns on her
Is
back.
George
forever.
Foreman part of this, or do you think we have to blur out his logo?
Could he be?
I
I wasn't.
I think he could be because he's named all of his kids George, even the women.
So the visual
'Cause
I
he's-
have when I picture us doing what I want to do.
George Foreman's there.
No, I was just
Okay.
picturing you and me having a moment of solidarity with our success. But
George Foreman's around.
he could be a couple floors down, like preparing the food that we're eating. I think.
Okay. I think he'd be down for it because I don't think he knows what's going on.
I'd
Too
like
many
to-
head injuries.
I'd like to think that we just get to enjoy the meal in peace while I eat it off of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
But if George Foreman shows up after I'm done eating for like some light banter and chit chat about how the food
He
was,
clears the plate.
yeah,
the
I'd be
plate is
fine
her
with that.
back.
Yeah, like he comes
gets
and
real
he like
handsy.
wipes it down like a little too much.
He gets real handsy, and we have to fight him, and then we win.
Yeah, we get
and we bite his ear.
And then we're the whistleblowers about George Foreman getting handsy
Ooh.
with my human table.
That will.
That's
going
gonna be part 19 of 19 of the autobiography. George Foreman got handsy
that
with my
seems
human
like the
table.
book to read out of the series.
George
if we're
Foreman
gonna
got.
be- Yeah,
That's the-
I mean, out of. I know a lot about your life. There's some good. I'll take like a cliff note, like an
Yeah.
abridged version.
Mm-hmm.
But I will read book 19
Where?
because it also insinuates that you're dead, so it's gonna be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You can't have 19 volumes to your biography and not even die at the
Autobiography.
end. Like that's a ballsy choice.
It is a huge ballsy choice to not die at the. What if I die, but then I come back? Like that, I kill myself off, and then it's like, oh, there's no way he's gonna come back from that. But then I come back at the end of the autobiography.
I was listening to. I'd forgotten about the band The Dwarves.
Yeah.
You ever listen to them?
Oh yeah, I was very surprised when you threw one on the playlist because
Well-
I was like, because the Dwarves is right up your alley, but
Yeah.
like we never talked about it, so it's just
Yeah,
one of those
you
things.
can't
where
talk about the Dwarves.
you really
everywhere.
can't. No.
But what I did was I've been playing the drums and I was trying to remember what I played along to as a younger man.
Mm-hmm.
And so, do you ever get any of the Punkorama CD compilations?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
Punkorama
my
was some good shit.
And so I was like, damn, I wonder if I can find those. And they're all on Spotify in their
Really?
entirety. Yeah. So I spent a day listening to all of them. Well, like skimming more so because
With
there's a
childhood
lot
memories flooding back.
you have no idea.
I myself have been digging into a lot of albums that I was into, getting on close to 10 years ago now. I was actually talking with somebody yesterday, and we were discussing just like the scene that we were in and like the music that we listened to and stuff like that. And it was like blowing her mind that like I listened to all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, I was a very different person 10 years ago. You know,
Yeah.
I think we can all say that we were, but
yeah, especially if you go back music wise.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
see, but there's a lot of gems that you find in there too that
There-
really
it's
show
both.
you. It goes
There's a lot of garbage.
It's a double-edged sword. You
Yeah.
find a lot of garbage, and you're like, oh, I really flexed hard with some garbage. But then
Yeah.
you're also like, but then in a lot of ways, what I've been finding recently is the songs that I had a lot of attachment to when I heard them in that time period. They bring up a lot of like memory and nostalgia and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But then they also mean new things because of like experiences
Yeah.
I've had based off of that and where I've grown since then. You know, so it's like we talked. I don't remember what episode it was now, but we've talked
Neither
about it.
do I.
But we've talked about it before where like you have a bad experience, but like in a way it's like that song is a gift now because you have
Yeah.
something with it,
Yeah.
you know? That's how I've been feeling with a lot of the music I've been finding, because it's like I've been like rehashing these old memories, but also able to critically look at it from a different perspective and like have these new things with it. So it's been a hell of a good time. So I can only
Well,
imagine how much fun you're having with that Punkorama.
You know me, all my memories are bad.
Yeah.
So
nightmarishly bad if we want to be brutally
if we
honest
need to
about
put
it.
a label on it.
I mean, labels are for cans, but
and products.
big cans.
Big cans.
Juicy milkers.
But
sudsy ones.
So yeah, I found the Dwarves, and I remember how much I loved that song and all of their album artwork, because all of their albums have at least one naked woman on it.
At least
one.
The one with the bloody bubble bath midgets and titties. That one
I always
was
liked
fantastic.
the skateboard one because she could have easily covered her tatas.
Could have, but didn't. Made
Beautiful
a great choice for humanity.
You know how many times I picked that record up in a store and just been like, I don't even like the album that much.
But you just want it for the art.
Put that bitch up on the rack.
Man.
Look at the rack on the rack. Am I
Man,
right?
we got to decorate my pad with some really sweet vinyl.
Some really inappropriate vinyl.
Really inappropriate vinyl.
Horrible.
Highly inappropriate.
But I then was like, what's up with the Dwarves? Because I know they had like a weird career trajectory and a lot of like sexually explicit live shows and like a huge gap. And what I realized, which I'd never looked into, was that when they were signed to, I don't know, I want to say like Sub Pop or something, like a good label. And before they went to release an album, and they faked the guitar player or bassist's death. Yeah. And then they did all these interviews like, yeah, he died. And then they were like, just kidding. And the label dropped them because they were like, what the fuck? You can't do that. Yeah. Because it was like the 80s. And they had to have been on thin ice because a lot of their songs back then were like crazy. Like that song I put on there is like very fun and like upbeat.
Yeah, that's why I was
like very
that's why I was
hard and graphic.
I was very surprised when I listened to it. I was like, this is not the Dwarves I remember listening to as a younger young man.
Yeah, because they like broke up after that, and then they came back and reformed and make much nicer, lighthearted songs. Yeah, not so much about like, wasn't there one about fucking your mom or something? Fucking your own mother.
There was like weird
choices.
Punk back then. Oh yeah, like there was something like that whole Gigi Allen scene where people were just like, we just need to be like punk. Where I think we want to be very honest about it. It was the birth of crust punk, like that. Gigi Allen, like that kind of stuff. It's where you got these people who wanted to act like anarchist hillbillies and just be dirty and do whatever the fuck they wanted to.
Yeah, crust punks just don't want to
do anything. Like they just like it's like they just want to be dirty and not
for that one we met in.
Oh God, I mean, I don't wish anything like harmful on anyone, but like, man, I just hope he gets his. I hope they all get their act. If you're a crust punk, get your shit. I know you're not listening to this. If you're a crust punk, you don't have a phone.
Phones, yeah.
You don't have a phone. Nowhere to charge it. Yeah.
They all lived with leftover crack at one
Everyone
point.
lived with leftover crack at one point.
Yeah, the band,
we lived with leftover crack at one point.
No, I'm waiting for our time with leftover.
Oh, I can't wait to live with leftover crack. I hope they're like old and geriatric, and we got like feed them soup and their medicine and stuff.
Yeah, I love the stories about leftover crack where they're like, I threw a house show and they came and ruined my house and did heroin in the bathroom. Yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, what a good show. I recently heard a story about a artist named Extreme Elvis, I think. Have you ever heard of Extreme Elvis?
I have not, but I'm getting a mental image.
Okay, what I want you to do is take Elvis Presley.
Yes.
And then take Gigi Allen.
Mix them.
Just smash them together. Okay. You got them smashed?
Is it is it Elvis songs done in a very extreme way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like an Elvis cover band. He like sounds kind of. I found a video, but I wasn't in the time or place to watch the video. I don't think. I made an executive decision to save it for later. It's one of the mini tabs on my phone, which I hope I clear before I die. I usually like if I think of something and I'm busy, I'll just like Google it, and then it's in my phone. I have like 40 open tabs, and then eventually I'm like scrolling through them, and usually it's way past my thoughts, and I'm like, what the fuck is all this shit? But yeah, Extreme Elvis, apparently he would just get, I think he did whippets. We were talking about whippets pre-show.
Excuse me, sir. One fresh whippet, please.
Do whippets and play with your microwave.
Bring me another whippet, you moron.
But I think he was doing whippets or something along those lines. Some weird drug that's not like really a drug, and would get so fucked up that people would have to carry him to the stage, and then he would just. The person who was telling the story had booked him, and he was like, hey, can I shit on the stage during the show? And the guy was like, I wish you wouldn't. And he's like, okay, cool. So he didn't shit on the stage, but he gets naked. He pissed in a kid's mouth, and there was like probably like a teenager, probably not a consenting adult for what it's worth, but not like a child. I don't know what's better or worse in that scenario.
True.
Not agreeing with it, just stating some facts here.
That's the type of podcast we are. We never agree with anything.
Well, I
we
would
just
say our
fast.
facts are fast and loose as well, but
a lot of things are fast and loose out of Fast Finger Slim. You feel me?
Yes, that's where the name came from. But yeah, so apparently Extreme Elvis just was pretty extreme, and yeah, like this was apparently a festival where like reputable bands were gonna play later, and he peed in someone's mouths, and then the cops were trying to find him, and he slept under a picnic table to avoid the police.
That sounds like my MO.
I think he got a copyright thing, so it can't even be Extreme Elvis anymore. But we'll dig up some videos and get into this.
Please, this sounds like a post-show activity for the dads.
Submit your favorite Extreme Elvis moments.
Maybe tomorrow when we're on the way to Chicago, we can just watch Extreme Elvis the whole time.
I'll just plug it in the phone in the car and just blast some Extreme Elvis. And you can describe to me what's happening while I drive.
Okay, it's Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel.
And
now he's okay. He's taking his penis out. Oh yeah, that's is it okay? No, yeah, okay. It's too small to be a prosthetic. He is peeing in that kid's mouth. All right. Yep, he is. Oh wow, that is a surprisingly high definition video for 2003. Ooh, wow, yeah, that is clearly piss. Look at it glimmer. Is that 4K? Is this pre 4K? How'd you get 4K back then? This is insanity. Is this proof of time travel? Somebody went back in time travel and took a video of Extreme Elvis pissing in the kid's mouth in 4K quality. That's what we did with it.
I mean, if I had to time travel, if you get one time travel, I think that's where I'm
see
going.
Jesus or go see Extreme Elvis pissing that kid's mouth. I gotta know if it was a kid. You hit the button.
And I'm just
sitting there thinking really hard. Arms crossed.
It's like that
hard shin rub looking at the button. The
meme with the two buttons. Jesus, Extreme Elvis pissing in a kid's mouth. But
no, it's moment in life, pinpointed moment in life where you can flip everything to go right for you. Extreme Elvis pissing in that kid's mouth.
Sweat. 10 times out of 10, it's Extreme Elvis.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go see
his body is also what I think
exhumed.
Yeah, but pre-death. Just a pre-death.
Sleeps in a glass case like Lennon.
Sleeps in the dirt like Death of Mayhem to be closer
Wakes
to death.
Up every day out of the ground. Just hand out.
I just want to get to the point where I
am sleeping underground and terrifying passersby when you wake up.
We're all waiting to sleep underground. No, I want to get to the point where I ask you to do extreme things like that. Because he would be like, you guys got to bury me before we play so I can get closer to being real dead. And those people were like, no. Even Mayhem was like, no, you're fucking crazy. But that's what I want, is to be like, Slim, before we record episode 123, I need you to bury me a little bit so I can feel closer to death.
Like, put some topsoil on top of you, or you want me to go out back and start digging?
I mean, it's got to be...
You want me to give you, like, go to the beach and give you a mermaid
I don't want
body?
you to just put topsoil on me. No, that seems disrespectful
that's what I'm saying.
to everyone involved.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a full-blown burial plot, but I'd like a little room while you throw the dirt on me.
That's fair.
Those will be the good days. I'm going to start compiling my extreme requests now and just force you to do them. Because without me, you're nothing.
I'm going to need you to bury me in grease before the show so I can get in the greasy mood. Drop me in a dunk tank full of grease.
It's like The Simpsons where we go and collect the grease.
But you see me like floating face down in the grease. You're
it's
like, should we flip him?
What's that thing you do where you're submerged in the water?
The dunk tank?
No, but like when...
Oh, the sensory deprivation.
Yeah, but with grease.
Yeah. That's right up my alley.
It seems to be.
Just like floating, suspended in the grease, just...
But then we leave you too long and the grease gets hard.
And then I'm just like stuck in there. I'm like,
this is have I told you my recent revelation with grease?
No. I guess you've been talking about. I think
you've been talking about grease. You want to point greasy fingers? You need to point them right at yourself.
Just whip some grease. Yes, I do.
Bacon grease. You don't even eat meat.
You get grease where
okay for you. Ethical? I don't think so.
Ethically, I frown upon it, but aesthetically, it's my only choice.
But I recently...
Vegetable grease doesn't congeal like this.
You know things as a child that were normal because it was all you knew as a child?
Yeah.
And then as an adult, you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much things I realize about my behavior every day.
Yeah. Since I turned 18 up until my current age of 33. I haven't known
Same year
what
Kennedy and Christ died, ironically.
Yeah, I'm coming for him.
Coming to be the third in the 33 club.
Yeah, there's only 3. It's not as popular.
I mean, the big 3.
You think you'd want to go with Jesus?
You'd want to go with Jesus and Kennedy, but if we're talking big 3, I'll throw you in the Mount Rushmore of 33 clubs.
At least I make it. But for
33,
for my whole like adult life since moving out from the pack of wolves I lived with, I don't know what you do with grease per se.
Okay, here is
I know now. I've learned.
No, what do you do now? Because I know different people who do different things.
You like put it in a can or some kind of container and you let it get hard and then you throw it away.
You do that, or if you have a garbage disposal, you run it with hot water for about 10 minutes.
See, I've heard never do that.
See, I've heard do it as long as you do it for a while and you're running hot water constantly.
Yeah, I hear that's like the one thing you shouldn't do, but you know. I believe that you would agree.
You come to my new place, I'm just pouring grease.
Yeah. You're like, I bought a bunch of grease to test out the garbage.
I'm like, yeah, so me and Ham, we bought a bunch of grease for really cheap, but we bought too much. And so
Ham has to have grease.
You know
it's implied.
You know he's got a grease guy.
No, he's got a guy for everything.
Let me call my grease guy real quick. And he calls him. He's like, yeah, okay. How much for 655 gallons? You must be out of your fucking mind. Yeah, I'm just kidding. That's a good price for grease.
Yeah.
I'll be down there in a greasy minute, you son of a bitch.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting some grease. I need to borrow your truck.
So what I've realized, because I recently was like, let me figure out how to take care of grease, because as a child, this is going to paint a wonderful picture.
Yeah.
Almost regretting even saying it. Mm-hmm. But what we did was have a lot of grease, and the way my house is my neighbor to the left, you know, where I grew up, there was like that kind of an apartment. It was a 3-story brick building.
Yeah.
People lived on each floor. And so my driveway, we had the garage and we had a fence. And then next to our fence, there was like a 1 foot, 2 foot area. And then there was this guy's shed, the landlord's shed. What we would do is take the grease and put it in between our fence and that person's shed. That's all we did. So as an adult, I was like, well, I don't have a good grease spot on my neighbor's property. Where do I put the grease? So I was just threw not solid grease in the garbage can. And then, in a garbage bag.
But still, the hot grease burning.
Not hot grease, but not solid grease. A real middle
enough to burn
grease.
through the bag, or enough to like.
No, you gotta let it cool.
So
but
you let it get cool, and then it congealed all over the
bit.
other trash. So you just had greasy, smelly garbage that probably sat out in the summer sun for too long.
Yeah, I mean, I put it then into a garbage can outside, and then it's the city's problem.
Yeah.
But I, as a kid, was what we were informed to do. It wasn't a decision I made, but you just throw grease and any weird
in your neighbor's yard.
Not in his yard, because it definitely killed any grass that was there.
Yeah.
But just in between, just like a little area.
So it seems to be implied that your father had a Ned Flanders relationship with the neighbor. If he's just dumping
that guy
grease
was
in his yard.
The fucking because the owner was never there, and then like the people that lived on the first floor, like for a long period, were cool with the one guy.
Yeah.
And people come and go. The fucking landlord guy who owned the shit was a fucking asshole.
Most landlords are.
Well, yeah, and also as an adult,
name
I'm
one
like,
good landlord you had.
I don't have a lot of landlords.
See, I feel very hopeful about my current landlord, because every interaction I've had with them is very.
They start off nice.
Oh yeah,
that's
they always
how
start
it
off
fucking
nice.
works.
Yeah,
they get you in, they reel you in.
Yeah,
tickle your dick a little bit, and then just fucking sell the building and keep taking your money. That's what happened to me.
That's awful.
But then
while you were getting your dick tickled.
Not by him anymore, but yes, there was tickling afoot. I was just tickling my own dick.
Alone in an apartment, like no other.
It was a townhouse.
All your things have been removed from the townhouse by the police, but you're just in there alone, no electricity.
Well, if we're gonna be honest, I did a lot of things to that townhouse that I thought they would have issues with, which I'm sure they had issues. That's the one I accidentally kicked to Air Force One through the kitchen window out of anger because I didn't tie him tight enough, and I was doing that thing where you're angry and you're like, "Fuck you!" and I kicked him.
Yeah, like when I kicked one of my size 14 Nikes into the chandelier and broke it.
Yeah, that chandelier. Did not
that chandelier
stop
caused a
issue.
bunch of nightmares.
Yeah, really was the beginning of the end.
That's what we're gonna call the beginning of the end, the chandelier.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not in your relationship, because if I was, it would be better.
Yeah, true.
We know how to please each other.
I mean, I wish if you would just love me, everything would go.
I mean,
easier.
if you could just tighten your life up a little bit.
I mean, I just live so.
it.
I'm a free spirit. I can't help it. I just.
Yeah, but it's too free.
What if?
You know what I mean?
What if your love is what's going to help, like, get me straight? Like, what if, like, us being in love is like enough?
I feel like
to help
if I
me,
lived
like,
with you and was in love with you and we were partners, it would be like raising a big child.
I feel like you're
stupid child.
I feel like you're putting too much weight on it, really, if you want to look at it like
that.
Yeah,
you know, I don't like to just jump in and out of relationships, so I like to plan it out. That wasn't a shot.
Oh, I thought it was, and I was.
I mean, it could be. You know, if the shoe fits,
shows where
kick it through a window.
Shows where my insecurities are.
Yeah.
If the
I
shoe
like to pinpoint them.
If the shoe fits, kick it loosely off during an argument and watch it fly into a chandelier. And as the light bulb breaks,
was yours kind of slow motion? Because mine was.
Yeah, mine was definitely in slow motion as I'm watching it because I saw her face get angry at the shoe flying through the air because we all knew what was happening as it was happening.
The trajectory. Yeah. And it feels like you have so much time to think about how you wish it just hadn't happened.
Yeah, and I'm like,
well, I kicked mine through the kitchen window. I feel like mine was worse.
I feel like mine was worse because it somehow flew
like
up off of my foot and into the chandelier.
Yeah, but I feel like I'd rather kick a shoe into a chandelier than knock out your entire kitchen window.
The whole window got knocked out?
Yeah, it was just like the two panes of glass.
Yeah.
One had the screen, one was the window. The one that didn't have the screen was the one I kicked it straight through. I did duct tape cardboard over it.
It's crazy.
And I never fixed it, and I just left that apartment eventually.
That's what security deposits are for.
Yeah, but they didn't get it because they switched owners. Yeah, and they called me. I also left a bunch of shit there, and I might have done other things I'm not going to own up to at this point.
Allegedly.
But, my credit's great. I thought it was some shit that they'd come back on me on, so suck my dick. Blink! Real Fuck that place. Anyway.
We want to get into some of these
the stories
submissions.
are getting far too specific anymore.
Let's get this voicemail out of the way.
Yeah, well, we have two voicemails.
Yes, we now have two because we got a fresh one right here. I'm
excited about the fresh one. I'm in the dark on the
Oh, it's not a
voicemail.
Once. It was a text that we got.
Well, fuck them. They should know. Voicemails only.
Voicemail. Well, let's do the voicemail first. So let's get this out on the air.
Here's a fun fact. Kinsey Chop House serves chop houses.
I love the laughter at the end.
The laughter is good, but I want to know what the fuck a Kinsey Chop House is.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna pop a quick Google. I'm gonna guess that they don't serve chop houses.
I want to know what a chop house is.
I assume it's just the name of. Let's see. All right, this is in Chicago, so I'm guessing someone saw a sticker, which I was looking at a place we've been to, and someone had uploaded a picture of all the stickers on the wall, and one of our phone number ones is in the picture.
Good.
So I'm like, still living. But yeah, a quick Google search shows that Kinsey's Chop House is what appears to be upscale restaurant in River West Chicago. Let's pop a quick. Let's look at a lunch and dinner menu. I want to see a price point. That's usually.
I also like seeing what
know.
they serve.
All right, the salads are $15, so
it's a start.
Yeah, that's usually where I ask where the bathroom is.
Are you one of the? Yeah, so you're one of the. You grew up like me. You look at the price on the menu and not not the price on the menu, not the item on the menu.
Yeah, and then like a boneless short ribs is $30.
Okay, that meatloaf $20. That's interesting. That you would charge me $20 for meatloaf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I'm not seeing on the menu. Oh wait, let me get into chops. Wow, the chops are.
What's a wet age chop?
It's just an old wet piece of meat that starts at $42.
How much for that 24-ounce porterhouse right there?
That's gonna run you $60.
How about the 26-ounce tomahawk?
The 26-ounce tomahawk is our finest grade of meat that will cost you $94.95.
You must be out of your fucking mind.
Well, it is a tomahawk, which is
it's 26 ounces of meat in its own defense.
Animal that no longer exists.
How many? Because
they do not serve chop houses. Is the one thing I want to emphasize here. They do serve.
They serve wet age and dry age.
Lamb chops, pork chops. No chop houses. So
back in my meat eating days, I would have killed for a real nice 26-ounce tomahawk for $94.95.
Well, if you have 26-ounce tomahawk money, I would like to go on more meals with you that you're paying for.
Ah, I see.
Because I do not have 26-ounce tomahawk money. I do, but then it would be the most regrettable purchase of my entire life.
It would be 26-ounce tomahawk and then ramen for the rest of the pay period.
For the rest of your life. Yeah. I just never.
I can't come back.
I could never make up for the $94.95. You got to leave a tip too.
Oh my God, the tip on that thing would have to be astronomical.
20%, because I think we're both good tippers.
Oh yeah, I always do 20.
Yeah, I do 20 just out of respect.
I'm not a piece
fan
of shit,
of it, but
I'm not a piece of shit.
I understand. Yeah,
I'm more of a fan of not being a piece of shit than I am.
I'm
not
more of a
tipping
fan
20%.
of dining and dashing. If we're gonna be completely,
I
honest.
mean, yeah, if we're gonna be 100% honest,
we should go order a couple 26-ounce tomahawks.
Okay,
you got to break your veganism just for this. Hear me out.
The shitting.
Dine and dash.
The shitting.
Well, shit there. Shit your pants while we're eating the 26-ounce tomahawk. Say, excuse me, I shit my pants. I have to run to my car.
This delicious meal.
I have other pants for a situation like this. And I'm like, I'm going to help him.
I'm so sorry. We'll just be straight with him. I'll just be like, I'm so sorry. I've broken my veganism tonight. For this, I never thought I would be in a situation where I'd be paying almost $100 for a tomahawk steak. And I figured when in Rome, I brought a spare pair of pants because my shits are disgusting right now because of the lack of meat for the past year-ish. Let me go to my car and retrieve my spare pantaloons promptly.
And I will
help
you.
And my friend must help me clean my ass because it is filthy.
I know how to do this
and
this is the cornerstone of our
Have you
friendship.
ever tried to clean your ass in a mirror with a baby wipe in the back of a Subaru? It is very hard, and it's much easier to have a trusted friend wipe you up to make sure you don't smear shit on the back of your ball sack.
And it's just me like, we don't have baby wipes. I spit in a Kleenex. Don't tell him.
Do you have to give me the? Do you have to give me the up with it?
Yeah.
Every time your hand's down there, you got to give it an up. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. I'm saying, come here.
I got hosed.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna
call it as I get my ass wiped by you.
Yeah, we appreciate the voicemail. We say leave voicemails, but please don't lie to us in the voicemail. It is one of my least favorite.
Yeah, I don't like being lied to. It is a bit of a pet peeve.
Kenzie's Chop House does not serve chop houses. They do serve adequately priced meals.
Two things. We did have a couple of text conversations that we just want to mention briefly on the show. We're obviously not going to sit here and read transcripts or anything.
No, we can't.
But we got texted a picture of a very beautiful cat. I want to say that's a fine cat.
It's a fine cat.
It's a good.
It looks like it's in a fighting stance, which I appreciate.
Out of 10, what would you grade that cat?
I'm
saying
7.
I'm gonna be generous and say an 8.5.
I'm a very critical person.
It's a good looking boy.
Yeah.
He and they're talking about the cat like being a neighborhood like hero. Sounds like he gets all the bitches he wants.
Well, now he's an 8.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. But then now everybody's out here.
I don't just go off looks like you do.
Well, and then we got into a bit of a Bob Barker thing, which is always good. I love texting about Bob Barker.
We actually one of the other submissions reference, or no, that was we'll get into that.
But yeah, so that's lots of fun. If you ever text the phone number, there's a good chance that one of us will respond. If you hit it super late at night, I'm usually up on all kinds of bullshit.
Be you.
Yeah, because I don't mind texting people.
I don't get the alerts for the text and calls.
See, I do. So yeah, and I don't mind talking to people.
I'll talk to people. I'm usually drunk.
And then we just got a text 38 minutes ago while we were recording this that said from Colby from the Gore Score. So Colby,
beautiful. Thanks
for the support, man. If you haven't checked them out, check out the Gore Score. They are a horror movie podcast. So it is very specific, but if you're into that kind of thing, he puts out a fantastic show. Yes. There's always really good thought out content on there, and it's always caught up with the newest, latest, and greatest. I know they're going to have a bunch of good stuff from Comic-Con because they're talking about all the new movies coming from Comic-Con. So there should be. I know they announced Annabelle 3 is one of the things they announced, and it's like,
Christ.
Do we really need more of that? I didn't think we needed more.
No, we got to go see the actual doll.
So check out Gore Score. Colby, keep up the great work, man. Thank you for being such a huge fan of the show.
Yes.
He texted us and said, Malcolm in the Middle is the best show ever made. Fight me.
I guess we got to fight him.
Because it's not the best show ever made.
No.
It's
quality
a
show.
Quality.
I've been watching it a lot recently because it's on again.
It's on Hulu.
I'm seeing it on TV. I think
Fuse is playing Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah, someone's got it now, and they're, like, showing it. And fucking, like, the early ones look crazy. It's one of those shows that you fucking forget about, and then you look, and you're like, everybody's babies in this shit. Yeah. Like, it looks crazy.
My sister was super into Malcolm in the Middle when it was on TV, and we were one of those families where, Mom didn't know how to love us, so she always bought us, like, TV shows, because, like, presents are love. And
bought you TV shows like on
like the DVDs.
Okay. It was like, she just lied to you like I paid for each specific show
episode so
you
can watch. Oh God, how scarring would do that with your kids? That's not a
bad idea.
Today at work, a kid lost his phone and they turned it up at guest services and
he kept it and sold it.
Well, no, the mom came up and she got it. She's like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "I got to teach him some kind of lesson. He's always losing this." I said, "Oh, well, go out there and say that it was the wrong phone because we called called them and told them we had the phone.
Yeah.
I said, go out there, tell them they didn't have the phone and they were wrong, and that they'll call you if there's any problems with it.
That's my favorite thing. I was with shout out Young Kurd. We know you're listening. I was with him this Saturday, and speaking of jewels, we were playing some beer darts as we do.
Yeah.
And he left his jewel in the cup holder on the chair.
Uh-huh.
And then me and Matt the God were playing, and I took his seat, and I seen it, and so I popped it in my pocket. I showed Matt, and then I popped it in my pocket, and I was like, this will be funny. And I assumed he would like immediately be like, where the fuck is it at? It took a very long time for him to realize he didn't have it, to the point where I almost forgot that I had it. And so then he was looking everywhere for it. So then I give him his back. I was like, you want to hit mine while you look for it? And he's like, yeah, I do. So I gave him his back.
And
he's hidden, and he's like, or he goes, before he hits it, he's like, what do you have in it? And then I was like, oh shit. And I was like, I don't remember. I just switched it out this morning. And he hit it. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, I think it's the creme brulee. And I was like, oh yeah, I always do that with my coffee. And so I was selling it real good.
Yeah.
And you know, he was several beers deep.
So he'll believe a lot of things when he's several beers deep. So then
I thought it would be great. And I was playing another game, and he was looking everywhere for it. I wasn't too big of an asshole. It was just a couple minutes. And then he's looking for it, and I'm like, you want to hit mine while you look for it? The same thing, thinking he would be like, no, I'm already hitting yours. So then he comes and hits mine again while he has his, and he's looking everywhere for it. And then he's finally like, wait, I thought I had yours. And then I was like, yeah, you see what we've done here?
We need to etch
beautiful.
names into the jewels.
No, mine can't be tarnished.
I would like to tarnish it, please.
I don't want you to tarnish anything.
I'm tarnishing a lot of things.
Oh yeah, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Back on track.
No, so she would get us the seasons on DVD all the time of like The Simpsons and all this shit. And my sister, she was just like home all the time, didn't do anything. So my mom just like loaded her up with TV shows. And they had the first season they sold on DVD, but then there was a bunch of copyright issues with songs they used in the TV show, so they couldn't put any more subsequent seasons out on DVD. But now the whole thing's on Hulu. So now that's the next show I'm going to start going through is Malcolm in the Middle, just having it as a background show. Because it's not one of those ones you just sit down and like watch seriously.
No,
you know?
I remember when it was on, I feel like it was always on like after school, like reruns.
It was a Fox show, yeah?
Yeah.
Like it was on Fox?
I think so.
Because I remember watching like a slot that was like Malcolm in the Middle, Greg the Bunny.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to, what were some other like prime 2000s? Because that was like the one good form of media in the early 2000s was Fox, because they had like all the good cartoons, all the good TV shows, all the good
without
everything.
The cartoons, I don't think they would have ever
100%
succeeded.
No.
But yeah, I've been watching it basically, like you said, like background noise, and it's in the early seasons where Malcolm is so tiny, everyone's so young, it's crazy. And yeah, it was a very good show. I liked it a lot as a kid. I still like it now. I watch it. Definitely wouldn't say the
Bryan
best
Cranston
show.
looking young as shit.
Yeah, everybody looks young as shit. That mom is such a bitch. It's one of those shows where you're like, there's a lot of shows that depict women as just like evil.
When you watch a lot of like sitcom shows, it's that whole like blue collar working guy with a hot wife that he would never have, and he's
at least like idiot. Malcolm in the Middle makes more sense.
Malcolm in the Middle was very realistic in my opinion. That's one of the things my mom still says that she enjoys about it, is that like it depicted like a real family on TV.
Not like in a gross guy with the fucking smoking hot wife. And
it's like I don't need more
King of Queens.
I was just about to say fuck King of Queens. I hate the penultimate garbage show. It's like I don't even think Kevin James is funny personally.
No, I didn't mind King of Queens when it was on when I was younger.
I mean, you'll watch it. Like I remember.
I don't think it was the worst show.
That was on a lot with the Drew Carey show. I remember there would be like
Drew Carey show was good.
Drew Carey show was lit. I love Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I was never super into that because it never has felt real to me. Like they're too quick with too many things.
But like that's how those dudes in the industry are. Like
I know, but it feels so. You know what I mean?
But it's so good.
I feel like some of it's got to be. They have to have a heads up about. I never fully believed in it.
I definitely have every season on a hard drive somewhere.
That's one that doesn't have replay for me for some reason.
Well, I mean, it's good to watch through all of it.
It's coming to the Coronado.
Really?
I believe so.
That'd be fun to go see.
I think I looked at a billboard and I was like, that looked good with a couple mouths on it, and then it was like one of those changing.
A lot of things I look at I think look good with a couple mouths on it.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Malcolm Middle, not the best show, but it's a good one. It's an underrated one that you forget about. Does Frankie Muniz exist anymore?
Yeah.
What did anyone do from that show besides Brian Cranston?
So Frankie Muniz, he drums in an indie band, last I heard, and he really tries to separate from like the movies and the TV shows and stuff like that. Like he just isn't really about the fame.
He doesn't want to be Secret Agent Cody Banks.
We can't make that reference on the show anymore.
I mean, I was just saying a thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're right. There's no reason that would be attributed to any former performing artist that we enjoy and currently enjoy and will be seeing in 2 weeks.
Nothing's ringing a bell.
Not at all.
Yeah, I feel like, and then you know what's crazy? Francis and Hyde from that 70s
They're brothers.
show are brothers.
Yeah.
Like
I found that out like a long time ago.
Yeah, I found it out a long time ago too, but it still tripped. When I found it out, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, so I remember seeing a picture of Stevie, the black kid with asthma.
Yeah,
he's like grown up and has like plugs and tattoos.
Yeah,
and everything
I think
like
I seen that as well because I never knew if he was actually like that. In
no,
real life.
that's just
like talk like that because that's a dedicated role.
That's for a kid to be able to do that. Like that's super dedicated.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Because even I seen like clips of bloopers on something, and he's even in like character a lot, and I was like, maybe that's actually him.
But like Reese and Dewey, like what do you hear from those?
I know. I want to see Dewey the most because
I want to look up. I feel like I saw a picture of grown-up Dewey. You know it's going to be horrible.
So upsetting.
What do I even type? Oh, that last Google search is unfortunate that I was doing before the show.
You should just never Google things because you take them in weird directions.
I just don't know how to phrase things, I think.
Yeah, I fucking know that's the goddamn case. That's the pinnacle of this podcast.
Part of my modus operandi.
Yeah, it's really all you contribute.
Dewey now. There we go. That's
Dewey now.
He just looks like an older version of Dewey. Like,
oh my god, it still is unpleasant. But yeah,
he's not like he didn't age terribly.
No, but
he's just an adult. Like he's just a young man.
It's not good.
Here we go. Where is the cast of Malcolm in the Middle now? Let's see if we can get.
Let's read websites.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston. Yeah, we know.
He fucking.
There's Frankie Muniz as an adult for you.
Yeah, that's what I pictured. Didn't he drive race cars?
Justin Burfield was Reese. That's him grown up.
That looks a lot like Reese.
Yeah, because that's just Reese grown up. There's Dewey grown up, like we saw.
I don't like that one. That's the worst one so far. That one must be bad.
Francis grown up.
Yeah,
just looks like him.
Yeah,
he was kind of young. Okay, that's not Stevie grown up. He's like young there. I'm talking like.
Like how they got everyone grown up except for Stevie. Maybe he never aged. He is sick.
I'm gonna look up Malcolm in the Middle Stevie now.
All right, we're not gonna just keep doing this.
Why not?
Because this doesn't help anyone. We're just reacting to photos, which is the worst.
That's why they should watch. That's why they should watch the video. It's basically the Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah, I'm not gonna splice in pictures.
There we go. There's the picture. That's what I wanted to show you.
Yeah,
that's about what I was expecting.
Yeah, he looks handsome.
Yeah, he's got
He looks alternative.
The snake bites on the top.
Yeah. It's not snake bites then.
What is it called then?
It's when your teeth pierce through your upper lip.
Get your teeth pierced.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a girl who had her tonsil pierced.
Ugh.
Yeah. It was
for like the head game?
She
was just the aesthetic.
Young at the time, so I don't want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And she still looks young. She's a very small lady. But no, I remember in school, like I knew her brother, and he did tattoos and piercings, and I think it just got to the point where she wasn't old enough to get tattooed, and her mom wouldn't let her, so he's just like, let me pierce weird things. And yeah, she said he had to grab her tonsils with like one of those like long things, and then push a needle into her throat. No, you never stop. It's not that crazy.
That
but she
sounds
showed it.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, to have it in your throat is
to
crazy,
think about.
But that's a lot of things. Yeah, I think about a dick in a mouth, and I'm not mad about it. But if you start telling me it's in my throat,
if you start aesthetically thinking about how horrible it is to suck a dick, you'll never want someone to do it again.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I just know I never want to do it.
Yeah.
But you can never say never. Maybe when I'm 80, if I live, just start doing everything.
Why not?
Have an 80-year-old drama, suck your dick.
Live to 100, just be like, fuck it.
I mean, at that point, I've always said I don't do drugs now, but if I'm going to live to be like 60 to 70, I'll start doing everything.
If you live to be okay, let's shake on it. If you live to be 60, you're smoking weed with me.
Oh, yeah. That's not even a bad one.
Sweet.
Well, it's a bad one for me, but maybe by then I'll be
mellowed out a bit more.
I don't know. I'm talking like coke, heroin.
Oh, I'm not. I can't shake hands on it. What? GHB, GFS, the food store.
Yeah, GFS, the food store.
You want to shop a lot at GFS?
I want a specific type of hot dog. If someone can get me in touch with it. I had a cheap hot dog the other day, and it wasn't what I was looking for.
I need a specific 10-pound bag of broccoli. Somebody get at me.
Yeah, someone from GFS, reach out. I'm looking for a very specific. Island Oasis Strawberry Drink Mix.
Get
if
at
anyone
us for
listening
that. Literally
to this
anyone.
Can get that in touch with me. I will
This
give
is
you
the most
insane
important
things.
thing we've ever said on the show.
Yes, this is by far.
Can you
Yes,
stand behind that?
yes,
This is the most
yes.
important piece of information ever put out on this show.
You don't even understand how important it is.
No, but
I've
I am
lived
dying to try it.
God, get us the Island Oasis Strawberry Drink Mix. It looks like a carton of milk. Get it to us. Somebody fucking get it to us. I'm not playing games anymore. I'll end this fucking podcast.
Fucking get it.
End this
Fucking.
podcast. This podcast doesn't mean shit to me. Island Oasis Strawberry Drink Mix means the world to me.
I also just wanted to say before I forgot to shout out on this episode the Grave Girls podcast, because they hit us up on Twitter earlier today. Said thanks for the follow from 3 girls who all don't have dads. We just wanted to tell you, you are dapper dads. And with a very lovely George Clooney gift saying, I'm a Dapper Dan man, which is close, but no cigar. But you know what? From 3 lovely ladies, I'll go ahead and take it. So check out the Grave Girls podcast, which is also a horror movie podcast.
Yes,
we have very specific friends that talk about very specific things.
Well, we can't be friends with competition, and obviously there's no competition when it comes down to 2 weirdos talking in a dungeon.
Yeah, you want to talk 2 weirdos
about
just drinking and
specific
burping
shit.
And just rambling into a microphone and
Scratching
trying
on balls.
scratching on dick,
scratching each other's balls.
It's like my
bringing
dick
in third-party balls.
scratching in on my dick that's actually my leg, and I have to shove the head in my shoe to make a foot, and it hurts.
Holy shit! I don't
Big dick, big comes back in town. Look for the 3 quick billboards coming this fall.
No. Fall? You think so?
I think fall.
That's the projection?
That's my projection.
That's why you're not involved in the projection.
Yeah, because my
Yours
projection
are unrealistic.
Because time is unrealistic.
Yeah, time is an enigma.
Time
wrapped
is just
in
something
a paradox.
And then deep fried in a pizza.
Sure.
None of it matters.
Sure.
None of this fucking matters. Nothing matters.
Nothing really matters.
You know, none of this matters
to me. 11 seconds.
Followed by a very intense
Now into some other submissions. Last episode we didn't get around to one because we don't prep for things
at all.
So if you send us links, it's a gamble. But we did take some time out of our day, some valuable time out of our day to click on 4 different links. This is another submission from Lemmy. The email is hi.its.me@gain.com, which I get it's supposed to be again.com. Clever, maybe too clever.
Too clever for us.
You're trying too hard.
We're dapper dads. We're not
we
intelligent.
want disgusting emails.
Yeah.
And it says, yeah, it's me
Big
again.
Dick at smalldick.com
no more,
will never be topped.
Yeah, it's me again. No more dry spell. You said, yep, that's how it's written out.
My neck, my belly on tussing.
Oh, I thought I had another one. Oh, I still do.
Anyways. This is just gross to look at.
Oh, I just can't get it all out. Story of my life. Story of my 19-part autobiography. Oh, God. And then one big
Your
one
19th part? That's right. Defamation lawsuit suing for slander.
Oh, okay. How was it slander?
I like to think that there's going to be a good percentage of my autobiography called The Drama Years with taglines underneath it.
I mean, I have been the most important part of your entire existence.
You ain't wrong.
No, I never.
At this point, you're stacked up in the top 3 at least.
Hey, it's not bad odds. Anyway.
I thought that fan was a person for a second. It really freaked me out.
Yeah, it's a fan. Dad jokes. You wanted them? You fucking
got them, you pieces of shit.
You fucking fucked up the wrong
Here's
shit.
a real dad joke.
Anyway, here's a real dad joke. Anyway, to continue on the submission. You said you guys don't mind EDM too much, just no polka. Here are 3 songs I like. What do you think? First off, when I read this submission...
3 quick ones, first off.
3 quick ones. I first thought that you meant you were sending us polka songs, and I was like, well, that's not what I was looking for.
I was a little excited.
I'm not trying to be coerced into
I would just like
polka.
to know what someone's opinion of fire polka is. Like, who... Because, like, I mean, this is...
A polka band on fire would not be bad in my book. Yeah, it's like a screamo polka band. I want to die already. My flesh.
The flesh is melting off the fingers I'm playing with.
Tell my wife I never loved her and I wasted too much of my life with her.
Tell her I have a secret son with me. It's the fire engulfed.
With who? Which one?
I have no closure because of you.
So we got 3 YouTube videos with songs. This does not work well in a podcast format because
not at all.
As you may have noticed, we don't clip in songs anymore. I don't know why that happened or why we're not allowed to do that anymore.
Which is weird.
Interesting choice, but so yeah, we listened to 3 EDM songs and we felt strongly about them. They definitely make it onto the next playlist. The next 6 playlists will only be these 3 songs
exclusively
repeated
EDM.
4 times on each playlist.
Also followed by one surprise playlist of just
Polka.
I
Fire
got
polka.
hosed.
Yes, I'm glad you're finally
Acapella.
coming around.
I'm not coming around to it. I'm just
You're
dreading
gonna be
having to
coming
see it in
around.
person.
The fact that you're dreading it, I should take your ticket.
But I bought your ticket.
But yeah, that's how bad you're upsetting me that I'm going to take the ticket that you and we've worked out an arrangement for my ticket.
Yeah.
And so I'll be taking your ticket and wiping my ass with it.
That's fine.
And then
you'll
watching
owe
them
me
try to
money,
scan it. What is
so I won't
what is
owe
on
you
the
money.
ticket?
It's very shitty.
Yeah, it's like literal human feces.
It's like somebody
At the rave,
somebody did something
I wish
disgusting
I
to this
could
ticket.
shit in all the rave employees' hands.
Pusha T is like standing on a balcony with his arms crossed behind his back looking at us. He's like, this is despicable.
I've made a lot of weird white fans recently.
Yeah.
But
Blames Kanye for it.
he puts on a MAGA hat. He's like, well, I guess I better embrace all this shit.
What are we going to do when Pusha T comes out in a MAGA hat?
I don't know. You're on his dick so much that you pull one out too. And I'm like, I knew this wasn't good.
Never trust a bitch who finds love in a camera. With a MAGA hat on.
But yeah, anyway, there were 3 EDM songs.
They were EDM. That's where we'll leave it.
EDM. When I said I don't mind EDM, it's usually in a scenario where I'm forced to listen to it.
Yeah, like
EDM,
I'm not gonna like
maybe
wanna
a little
like
drunk.
run away.
Yeah, I'm like have to kind of be there, and I'm waiting for something
Yeah,
hopefully better.
but
And then
like,
there's people rapping on it, but when it's like sounds like one type of music, and then there's just an EDM beat fucked into it, then it's different. There's hey Lemmy, go to a bar in Madison. I don't remember the name of it. It's a country bar with a mechanical bull, and all the women working there wear underwear. It's not a bad place to be.
Good to know.
But what they do is there's a dance stage that me and Kurt have spent many a night upon, drunkenly dancing with
Finagling the night away.
with just people. And what they do is play like fucking anything. They do Guns N' Roses with the EDM beat. They do fucking who am I trying to? Bon Jovi. I remember
I'm just
you're Bon
picturing
Jovi
like
with the EDM beat. Yeah, it's crazy. They just take like all the songs, all the popular
and just
songs,
put a
and
like
it,
120
like,
RPM.
same EDM. RPM.
BPM.
RPM.
My
We're really
BMI.
Yeah.
To 120 body mass index.
Yeah. You're like, I don't even know if that's good or not. But yeah, go to that place and listen to weird mashups. He also
I got hosed.
yeah, it's literally they'll occasionally and then they like turn like distort it, filter it out, like no low end where it's like I got and Kurt's spilling a drink. Kurt's like, get me a drink. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Then I get us drinks and stand outside the bathroom for 20 minutes because I didn't see his little ass disappear back in the crowd. So I'm just standing by the bathroom with 2 drinks, dancing to Guns N'
This
Roses.
sounds like a specific
EDM.
instance.
And then I'm finally like, I guess I'll find him on the stage. And I walk up and he's just dancing with no drink. And I'm like, I've waited for you forever. And then I get in a fight with a friend that I was friends with. But we're not anymore. Allegedly. So yeah, there's just a bunch of songs.
Just a bunch of EDM music I'm not going to listen to. There, I said it. Lenny, I don't know how many fucking drugs you do and listen to EDM music. I am not listening to any more EDM songs. Do you hear me?
Yeah, get your other submissions.
The only way I'm listening to EDM for the rest of my life is if I have a kid and they're weird and they make me listen to EDM.
That's nice that you're going to tolerate that.
Of course I'm going to tolerate the weird shit my kid's into because they'll grow out of it and they'll turn into normal adults.
No, they'll turn into ravers.
If I have a 26-year-old raver son, I'll just disown him. It's fine.
No, he lives in your basement.
He can't. I won't
and you
let
wake
him.
up to...
I got
You're like, why won't this song go away? All the other songs, we don't listen to any of the songs.
It has a resurgence in like
Yeah.
2042.
Never stops being played, and you're like, every other song.
Check
Why
West
can't
turns
it
into
be
the
anything?
Beethoven of this generation we didn't know about.
But yeah, so, I mean, when you submit songs, if other people don't know them, it's hard for us to talk about them because we can't play them. But thank you for your submission. And
as always, Lemily, we always appreciate you.
Yeah, and then
you get a cozy, man. I think of a lot
cozy?
of a cozy. Get you a little
Koozie. Get you a koozie. Put him on your dick.
A cozy koozie.
Fuck him. Fuck our koozies.
My dick's too big for this cozy.
It's like when you see the
huge
woman
penis.
with her arm in the condo. Don't ever let a guy say he's too big.
Don't ever let a guy say he's too big, okay?
If a guy's that big, don't let him do anything to you.
If you got a beer can dick, don't fuck girls. You're just gonna hurt them.
I know a guy who had a corn can dick. That's what we said.
I knew a guy who had a pencil dick. That's what we called him.
I said not to bring it up on the show.
I said a guy.
It's a firm pencil.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a number 2.
Yeah, it's got a sharp tip.
Super sharp tip. Uncomfortably sharp tip.
Yeah.
Shoots right up into your urethra.
Oh, into your urethra.
You don't know how to fuck girls.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. There's 2 holes. You put it in the wrong one.
There's 3 if you're smart about it.
Wait, I'm not going to tell that joke. Next submission is from Monk, and the email is om@nirvana.com.
I appreciate it already.
It's very nice. And it says, bruh, 2 quickies, which again, I think we've finally established that it's 3 quick ones.
3 quick ones.
If you have 2 quick ones, just grab another quick one out of thin air.
Because I know you like
right out of your shiny little ass.
Whenever I go buy something like a drink, I always get 2 because I'm going to drink the first one real quick and I want another one. But God bless it, if I had a third, I could savor it.
Well, yeah, you're a monster, and people shouldn't compare their lives to yours.
No, they shouldn't.
But the first quick one is very specific. This is 1, put clickable links in yo descriptions. Don't spell that shit out. Now, I need you to get back to us and tell us what service you're using.
Specifically what you mean.
Because I know what you mean, but the reason I spell them out is because the service we use that spreads it to all the shit, it doesn't fucking work if I link it. It works on Apple Podcasts, which so does the typing it out. It's a clickable link. You can even click the phone number in the description if you use the Apple Podcast app, and it will start calling us. So do that more often. But yeah, it goes to too much shit. So I've tried to make it a link before, and then if it goes to Google Play, it's not a link anymore.
Yeah.
So that's why I type it out. If you have tips and tricks, because you seem to know some shit, then let us know. And let us know what service you're using, because I only reference Apple Podcasts because that's all I use. I don't know how it works on other things.
Nope.
But number 2, you talked about horror a little, and I would recommend Rob Zombie's movie 31. I think y'all would like it.
I have been told to check that movie out. As I get older, my taste in horror movies changes, and it's like, for me, at some point, Rob Zombie is just doing shit to do shit, you know? It's like, and that's what I don't appreciate about horror movies. I don't like it when they just do shit to do shit. Do shit to further the plot. Do shit that's going to get me invested, make me interested. Don't do shit just to, like, do it, you know? And I feel like 31 was one of these things where he was just kind of like, okay, I fuck with clowns and murder and carnivals, and we're just gonna make the most fucked up version of that.
Yeah, and I don't like clowns in horror movies.
I'm not. I mean, outside of It,
not afraid of them. Even I did not like the new It.
I really enjoyed the new It. I own it on Blu-ray.
Over the top.
You really think so?
Yeah.
I don't at all. I thought it was really effectively well done, to be honest with you. Have you read the book?
Yeah. And the original It was the first horror movie I saw.
Yeah.
And like, I love it. And even like one of my favorite scenes in the original is the blood in the sink when you finally realize that the parents aren't seeing the things.
Yeah.
And so well done, because just a little bit of blood. And he comes in and he touches it, and then he touches the girl's face, and you realize he's not seeing it.
Yeah.
This one, there is so much blood.
So much blood.
It's just fucking, it just gets to a point where it's like, this is just ridiculous.
Well, that's how it is in the book. It has all the blood.
Yeah, but I feel like seeing it, it was...
This one was more of a truer adaptation to the book.
But
that's all there is to it.
I know, but it was so, I don't know. It was just
the
90s
TV movie was good for what it was, and it is a solid 90s horror movie.
And I like the subtleness of it. If you're going to remake it, it just feels like it was so... There's so many parts that felt just over the top. Yeah. And I like the first part where he gets Georgie and like fucking rips him up. That shit was sick. I like when it's over the top like that, but then it was just over the top weird at points. I don't know. It felt like,
I don't know. I thought
felt like it tried so hard.
See, I felt the scenes like towards the end where they were going in the house. That first scene where they went in the house and they were like fighting it. Yeah. Like that was incredibly
good.
Well done.
Yeah, it had its good moments, but I feel like overall it was just like it tried really hard.
I really enjoyed it for what it's worth.
Yeah, in general, I don't like clown shit. I think it's like played out. It is, even like the new it does have its moments, and that's like the best I feel like a clown thing can be. And I think just because that was already an established story. Otherwise, clown shit is always just, like when you go to haunted houses, there's always just one that's fucking filled with clowns. I went to one at like this like theme park last year, and there was 3 different small haunted houses, and the whole theme park is like horror for like October. And I was pumped, and like there's just so many clowns. And then one of the haunted houses within the park was just Stranger Things. It's like, let's not be so specific.
Yeah, like
I don't need to be in Stranger Things. That's not the scary part of seeing the couch and the lights. Like, you're just trying to jump on the bandwagon. But yeah, there's always clowns, and they scream in your face. I'm not scared of clowns at all, because as a kid, my grandpa was so obsessed with clowns. We had like the creepiest paintings of clowns and like little figurines and weird shit, but I was always not like, they don't creep me out. I just feel like they're corny. And yeah, Rob Zombie, I mean, I like House of a Thousand Corpses, and Devil's Rejects is good too.
Lords of Salem is my personal favorite. Rob
I never
Zombie.
saw that one either.
I think you would like it. I think that's one we should sit down and watch this October.
I would
together.
check it out. Yeah, I'd even watch 31. I'll watch a lot of shit, but yeah, there's. If I didn't get around to
fall,
it,
man, I'm so excited for like
I
fall.
just want it to
October.
be like that weather already first.
Yeah, for all that. I can think of all the shit we're gonna be doing outside when it's nice like that.
I know, that's like the perfect. Because I'm always, once you've had a long cold winter like we had.
Yeah.
Once it gets summer, I'm pumped, and then I do the summer activities, and it's great, and then I do keep trying to do shit, and I'm like, it's just fucking hot. Like, you know how much better festivals would be if it was that perfect fall time where it was chilly,
like that, like middle of October temperature, where it's like
beginning,
50,
even
60
like late
degrees out.
September. Yeah, because if you're around a bunch of people, like Soundset was so fucking hot, and every festival is in summer, and it's so fucking hot, and it kills me. And it's like, if this was like a little chillier, like that's the best time of year. Because then, even if you're a little cold, you're in a crowd full of 50,000 people.
Picture a music festival like around Halloween, like the weekend of Halloween. How wonderful!
Well, yeah,
would
that's
that be?
when I go to Madison a lot, and that's a gamble because some years it is cold as shit.
Yeah,
but some years it's like perfect, and you have a costume on. So I usually have a big costume.
And my costume this year is going to be incredible.
I still don't remember what it is. I always have one on deck, and then I forget it. So then I end up being a hot
Mine
dog
was the one
or
Matt the
something.
God came up with.
Yeah, you say that, and I don't remember that conversation. But
I'll tell you after the show because I don't want to.
You always say that, and then you never do.
Well, I mean,
we'll get around to it. I'll see
we'll
it in
get there.
October.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need that fucking fall weather. I'm trying to watch like a ton of horror movies. I need to start earlier.
Yeah, I want us to do lots of fall activities together.
And then I'm like, I didn't get to all of them.
I'm happiest in the fall. I'm most active in the fall. I want us to do tons of fun stuff.
There's
this
just
fall.
like specific fall things that don't happen other times. Like pumpkin patches and apple orchards and haunted houses.
We gotta do Dapper Dads go to the apple
setting houses
orchard.
On fire and stuff like that.
Churches on fire.
Yeah, burning churches allegedly. And then the final submission here is from Quarterback Cat, and the email is thepriceswrong@yahoo.com.
I'm going to assume this is the one who was talking to me about the cat.
I also got that. And it says a couple 2-3 quick ones. So I'm not sure what that means, but
could have been drunk. It's all right.
We're all drunk.
Yeah.
I wish I was drunk right now.
Me too.
Gonna
get drunk tomorrow.
Yeah, gonna get real drunk.
So drunk tomorrow. It's gonna be great.
It says, "Hey dads, 3 quick ones for you. Number 1, do you have any good camping/fire stories?"
Like fire stories? What do you mean by fire stories?
I mean,
like campfire stories.
What can
or like
we legally get into?
Yeah.
I have a crazy fire story that I don't think I've said in here. Well, you've never been camping, is that correct?
Yeah, I've never been camping.
I only go glamping, which is the upscale version of camping, because I'm not a poor person.
But
no offense to poor
are.
people. I am incredibly poor.
We are so
both
so.
This is all a sham.
We're so poor.
I wish I wasn't so poor. Every day I wake up and I wish I wasn't poor.
Every day I wake up and I think about how horrible capitalism is for putting me into this tiny little poor oppressive hole, and I just I don't think I'm ever gonna dig my way out.
Okay, bye. But yeah, I don't have like good camping stories.
Nah.
I've been camping as a kid, but nothing really sticks out to me. I think it's always a better idea than when you get to it. It's like never that fun. I got a bad back, bad knees, bad feet, bad neck,
bad attitude,
bad disposition.
I was gonna say disposition. Yeah, your disposition is terrible.
So yeah, camping. not my forte. I would like to go again, and I think
We
it would
should-
be better.
we should
if
go
I can
camping.
get blackout drunk, I think it would be better.
I wouldn't
which
mind going
would be-
camping and getting blackout drunk.
I think that's the main thing. I think that's why, as a kid, my parents would do it so they could get drunk.
Yeah.
But then you're just a kid, and mosquitoes also. Mosquitoes love me. I'm
Not a fan
allergic
of
to
mosquitoes.
mosquitoes, so it becomes like a whole
Ordeal.
ordeal. But fire stories. Let me see. I've got one. I think I've referenced it before. I had a friend that lived in Garden Prairie.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one of 2 houses on like a 2-mile road. So we could do anything we wanted. He also lived in this sweet jurisdiction where only state cops could come to his house if something happened. And they don't really do that. It takes like 2 hours for them to show up. So I was like 15. And we would just do crazy shit. And it was a big farmhouse. So we would have a lot of huge bonfires and a bunch of people over and drink and party and get crazy. And we used to just fuck around with the fire. Like, we would grill stuff on a shovel, just different things, like make an egg on a shovel.
Just for shits and giggles.
Just because you're 15 and you have a fire and you're interested in life.
Yeah.
Another thing we would do, this is back when we were really cool and only drank Mickey's, 40s, or the little guys.
Fuck yeah.
Little grenades. And what someone showed me at one of these fires, disclaimer of all sorts, I wouldn't recommend doing this. You'll hear why in a moment. But if you do choose to, put the bottle cap back on an empty bottle of beer and then put it upside down in the fire, and it will whistle and it will explode.
Yeah.
A lot. And it's very fun. And the best way to do it is with the Mickey's, because it has that cap that completely seals it.
Yeah.
And they're real small and tight. So I would do the shit out of this every time we drank. And you would hear the whistle and everyone would run and it would blow up, and then we'd all laugh and have a good time. Well, my friend's brother was a little bit older, and he wore glasses, and he came over one time, and we're all drinking, and I put the bottle upside down in the fire, and he goes, "You need to stop doing that. We have dogs that run around out here, and the glass is going to cut their feet because it shatters everywhere."
Yeah.
And I was like, good point. So he takes, like, a metal bar that they had, and he motions that he's going to, like, break the bottle to prevent this. And I'm like, don't do it. It's already whistling, so it's gonna explode. Let it explode. I'll clean it up in the morning. And he's like, looks at me and he goes, "No, you fucking stop." And he goes, "Psh," and it explodes, and a piece of the beer bottle goes into his eyeball under his glasses, and he makes me take it out of his eye because I caused it. So as a drunk 15-year-old, I had to take tweezers to this kid's eye and the white filled with blood, and I had to pull a piece of glass out of his eye. And that's my fire story.
I have some weird fire stories, but they aren't going to top that.
I have some weird ones too, but that one takes the cake.
well,
I don't know
okay.
if you've ever had to pull glass out of someone's eye. I also
No.
have a thing with eyes and
Yeah.
things that are in them, like when people.
Explains a
I've
lot.
had people get like, I don't know, like a splinter in their eye or something.
Yeah.
So even like an eyelash. Eyes either make me laugh or they like gross me out.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the more unpleasant things I've done with my life.
So after my grandpa passed away, and this is one of the things they don't tell you when someone in your family passes away that's older, you have to go through all of their shit.
Yeah.
All of their shit. And unfortunately,
I can't wait to leave a bunch of shit for people to go through.
I specifically throw things out or sell them constantly, so I don't have tons of things laying around in case I die.
I'm going to leave literal shit.
Of course you will.
In boxes. They're going to be like, this is like the 16th box of shit.
There was so much shit we had to go through. Like, I can't even. We took giant dumpsters and filled them up with things. And not only did we fill up giant dumpsters with things, we burned so much. We probably burned twice as much as we threw into the dumpsters.
Yeah.
And
you don't realize how much shit people have.
some things of note that were fun to burn: giant stacks of magazines from like the 80s and 90s on like the glossy print paper.
Yeah.
An old like organ, like an electric organ, like a mini one that was unfortunately like rotted out from like when the basement got flooded. So it was a beautiful organ. It just couldn't have been salvaged. And me and my cousin threw it on the fire, and our friend of ours was out there, and he said that he was standing there by it, and all the glass tubes in the organ started to explode.
Yeah,
And so you just heard like, pew pew pew.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like when you put a bottle upside
Yeah,
down.
it sounded like gunshots going off, and he said he just started running away and covering his head because he didn't know. And then just this nasty black smoke started coming out of it when the electrical components started going fire up.
I think I told that story about throwing my ex's grandpa through the garden hose in the fire.
Yeah,
and I went down to the softball game with the children. And the cops came. Yeah, you throw shit in the fire and then you realize you've made a mistake once it starts burning.
The biggest mistake we made with the fire is that we eventually made, because the basement was like the big like hog shit thing we had to go through.
Yeah.
And so we got down there, and in the back of the basement there was a couple of deep freezers that were full of just things. Like it was just like freezer burn bags. And so our thing, like it wasn't even food that could be salvaged, you know, so we just threw it on the fire because why not? It's food, it'll just burn up, you know. And there was like some normal things, like there were some bags we threw on there that were obviously like peppers at one point, they got chopped up, and then like fruit and apples and stuff like that. And then we started finding weird things in the fire, and we're not sure where some of them came from. But one was a giant pack of chicken feet that were frozen together. So as the ice block melted, you just saw like chicken feet sticking out of it, and then like just crispy little feet just like popping on the fire.
That's my aesthetic.
No, you want to know what your aesthetic is?
I do.
The next thing that we saw, which
frozen
was,
dick.
No, I'll give you 2 more guesses.
Is it like chicken feet, like that kind of weirdness?
It's
weirder.
Yeah, weirder, like hardcore.
Weirder than a human penis. Not that weird. In between.
In between, yeah, close to human.
That sweet spot
Not
in between
as shocking
chicken
as
feet and a human penis. Let me think.
As shocking as a human penis upon first glance, but more questionable upon later glances.
Literal shit.
No, you get 1 more.
Can I get a little hint, a little something? Point me in the right direction.
It was sawed in half.
That's just more questions. I don't even know. Just give it to me.
A hog's head that was sawed in half down the middle.
Of course.
And it still had like the eyeballs and the teeth and everything like that. Like it was a literal hog's head that was sawed in half. And so we, and this was before my venture into veganism, so I wasn't as affected by it. But my younger sister, who has been for about the past 7 years,
was a little upset.
Was looking at the fire, and I mean, like it's not upsetting. Like we knew. Like we are aware that people eat meat and stuff like that. You can't control it, but when you see half a hog's head split like that, and it was like it was a book or something like that too. And it was just burning, and you saw like the flesh melting off and stuff. It was like, you want to talk metal and extreme.
No.
I wanted to take pictures of it, but where we were burning stuff, we had created such a large area of fire. It was honestly, if we're talking like the circumference of the couch, like do a circle around, it was a just big hot area where the grass was burned like that.
That's the best kind of fire.
And just picture it burning everything, like books, clothes, an old organ, animal heads, things like that. A little bit of everything. But then we also found hog's feet. So it's almost like there was an entire frozen hog down in the freezer.
Or he was trying to assemble a hog.
Or, yeah, he was trying to assemble a Franken hog. That's one of my regrets, that I was not able to ask my grandpa if he was assembling a Franken hog.
See, that's the kind of shit I want to leave when I die.
A pig's head split down the middle for your family to find?
A lot of pig pieces to where people are like, I'm pretty certain he was trying to assemble.
He wasn't telling anyone, and we have no way to confirm it.
Because I mean,
on the outside, it looks like a Franken
if I died
hog.
And you were in the same situation, you found a bunch of pieces of a pig, would you think? I don't think it'd be far fetched for you to think I was actually trying to assemble
at
a
all.
Franken
No,
hog.
I mean, especially knowing you
now, I kind of want to work on assembling a Franken hog.
Knowing your personal life, I would not recommend keeping parts of hog around your house.
Okay, I was hoping you weren't going to say like knowing your personal life with some weird shit, because I'm not that weird.
No, you're not weird. I just know that
I would be
there's certain issues that are going to come up
hog.
if there was just like hog legs.
I mean, I have to explain
a hog's head laying around.
I have to explain a lot of things, but I feel like I do a good job.
What are you going to do when you come home and your puppy found the hog's head?
I'll be like, birthday present. There you go. They eat pig's ears and shit. That's fine.
Yeah, but the pig's ears are dried. This was
it's
like
gonna be dry.
This was like a pink fresh hog's head. Like I don't know.
Mine's gonna be dry.
Like what are you gonna do with it? Like was he gonna make head cheese with it?
Was he gonna thing we go to tomorrow? We're gonna see some pig paraphernalia. Just so you know.
Like, are they having a pig roast there?
No, like pigs in jars and stuff.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, it's not too far-fetched.
Yeah, wait to check out some new Dapper stories after the adventure we partake in tomorrow, which I'm expecting great things from.
Yeah, which will be in the past when you hear this.
Yeah.
Number 2, what is your greatest attribute?
That's a nice question. I think we should pick out each other's nicest attribute, what we think each other's nicest attribute is.
I don't think we have time for this.
Nah, I'd have to think for a while.
Yeah, I'd have to think for a long while. I don't know. This feels like a job interview now. What's your greatest attribute?
I think your greatest attribute, if I had to like pinpoint it, like what I admire the most about you, you look so sweet. It's so cute.
I am so sweet. When I was born, my mom threw me in the trash.
I really admire how grounded you are while still being able to maintain like this sense of self. Because like there's a lot of people who get like really grounded in life and then they like lose a lot of who they are. When
I was a kid, my dad grounded me and he never told me when it was over.
You're always yourself, and I think that's your greatest attribute.
That's what everybody says.
I've never seen you not like just do things your way, and like it always goes right when you do it, and like that's part of why I trust you, because like you've never like gone to do something in a way and it's gone like you've never led me in a wrong direction.
That's because I'm crafting the biggest wrong direction. It takes you. It's the
long con.
Yeah, but eventually I'm gonna lead you in the fucking worst direction.
Well, thus far you've led me in nothing but right directions.
That's how you get the trust to lead someone down the worst road.
How grounded you are is admirable. That's what I would say.
I appreciate that. Now I feel like I gotta pull something out of my ass.
You don't got it. It's fine. I know there ain't nothing to admire over here.
Oh God, we're not. Is this where we're at?
Yeah.
We're fishing for compliments from each other.
Yeah.
I like how big you are, because I feel like if I talk enough shit, you got me.
You know I got you all the time.
Why don't you address your little bitch concerns with this big motherfucker behind me? Yeah. Arm cross, chin rub. Arm cross, chin rub.
If you want to let a man know you mean business, you hit him with the arms crossed, one hand over the other,
with the tits out.
With the tits out.
Tattoo tits.
Tattoo tits.
I mean, if you can also pull your tits out, I don't think it's gonna
flex with tattoo tits.
Yeah, and then push them together. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is your greatest attribute. Is this? Oh, that's a hard chin rub. You're making like a whole new chin. Rub it so hard, it's just completely different. I like your willingness to. You're up for whatever. I feel like.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything. Like I feel like there's not a lot of shit I could throw at you where you'd be like, I don't know. I don't think you've ever said I don't know.
Yeah. Name one thing you've thrown at me that I haven't done or been willing to do.
I don't know.
Name one time I've said no.
I know it's probably not good for you, but
it's not good for me.
I appreciate it.
Because Ham looks at me sometimes. He goes,
well, yeah, that's the biggest problem. Is like if you were just not saying no to me. I think I lead you down the right road until I eventually lead you off of the metaphorical
and the
cliff.
wrongest one, yeah.
Other people, I think, frequently lead you into interesting decisions that aren't always the best, and we'll leave it at that.
We learn a lot.
But you should be learning more. You should be learned out by now.
No,
you should have all your learning.
I'm a student of the universe. I never stop learning.
All right. Well, and then finally here, what is the worst lyric in a song/rap? I don't think we have the time because I have
so many. If I was to pull a quick one up, I do have a quick one on file. I'm so glad that you asked me this because I was actually going to show this to you before the show, and then now I realized that God was just, making it so I could have it later. Just for a quick taste, I'm so damn ignorant, I pulled out my ding-a-ling and started pee-peeing.
Okay.
Chief Keef.
Well, now it's better that I know it's him.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of DMX and the hit song Party Up, which I still see in commercials for brands like Target and shit, and I don't understand how, because the song is inappropriate. Pretty sure it's that song where he says, there's some words I can't say here, but the gist of it is, you remind me of a strip club because every time you come around, it's like I just got to get my dick sucked, and that's being said to men. So that line I've never understood.
DMX has crafted a lot of things that we don't need to necessarily understand. We just have to appreciate it.
I also always jump to the song Bedrock by Young Money, featuring Lil Wayne, Drake, and etc. Gutta Gutta.
Yeah.
Well, he has the line where he's like, and I got her grocery bag, which I've just never understood. If
we want to talk about dumb lines, there's been a couple.
Well, no, but the best one in that Nicki Minaj's verse, she says something along the lines of, I'm about to put this pussy on your sideburn. And I don't know if maybe I'm a little too.
I'm just picturing like backing up, but like with her there's a lot of ass there, so I feel like it would be asshole before pussy, but like pussy on a.
Well, I figured she would be straddling.
And I said, get rid of those sideburns.
yeah, I guess that's the best explanation, because I don't know if I'm just not doing all
like
of the sexy
what kind
time
of sideburn
properly.
is she thinking of?
Well, I just don't know why that would be the placement. I feel like a lot of people would like to put their pussy on a mouth, because things can happen there.
Yeah, I feel like
sideburn,
there's more promise there.
I don't even know what we're doing. I picture like laying sleeping, and she just straddles the side of my face.
Yeah, I'm just
I
picturing
don't know,
a pussy on the side of my face and like a thigh blocking my
yeah,
mouth. Like
maybe
this,
she's trying to kill a man.
I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, is Minaj talking about premeditated murder here?
Yeah, I thought about killing you today. Premeditated murder.
Pre-marinated burgers.
But yeah, there's a tremendous amount of horrible lines in songs.
Yeah.
I've had this stuff
Young
before.
Thug, our God, has several horrible lines in his song.
Or just weird
Not to be
shit.
gay, but they sucking penises out here.
Yeah, no homo, we sucking penises. Yeah, there's
These girls are sluts for penises. Slut! Like, that's a line, I swear to God.
She's sucking my privates.
She's
Which is
$50 if you ask a girl to suck on your privates and she does it.
I mean, that's a refreshing way to hear about oral sex in the rap
If someone
community.
asked me to put my mouth on their privates, it would have to be said in a very specific way for me to
suck on my private.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
got to say it just like Young Thug.
Well, yes, everything.
Suck on my private.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should dive into this more, because we're running along anyway. But I've had this thought before of just even bringing these up, because I've had so many where I'm just like, pretty much every day I hear a song and I'm just like, what?
Like, why are people saying this?
Yeah, what? But yeah, the pussy on the sideburn I think is my number, or the DM.
Blowing
DMX.
my dick like a cello.
Yeah, that one is.
That's pretty
bad. Well, there.
And then he even said on Genius, he's like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I knew it wasn't a cello.
He was like, I thought.
Ryan.
He was like, I thought it was what Squidward played, which is a clarinet,
which is even worse.
Yeah, but
blowing my dick like a cello.
Yeah, there's a lot. I feel like there's so many where people don't fact check.
Yeah.
Like,
they just do things like me. If we want to talk about terrible ad-lib lines, the last couple Migos albums have had some like tremendously terrible lines on them for Migos.
Well, and that's what you see the videos.
She got the old body, but got new boobs.
Yeah. Anytime a rapper says boobs, well,
anytime anyone just says boobs in a song.
Yeah, boobs is
Post
weird,
Malone going, I ain't even seen her face, but she got beautiful boobies.
Yeah, there's not a good, there's not a great way to talk about boobs. I love in the Little Baby song where he's like, bad little bitch got no breasts, upgrade, now she got D cups. And just breasts doesn't,
bad little
the
bitch
words
got no
don't work in the.
Now that bitch got D cups.
But yeah, you think when you see the video, there's like 100 people in the studio, and it's like
Yeah.
no one's saying it's not
Like
a
at
cello.
like
no one's saying.
I mean, it's got to be like when you
is a
see
string
like
instrument.
it's got to be like when you see like things in advertising and like commercials, and they're like, this went through how many PR departments, and nobody
wasn't
thought.
there just one that is like a big deal? I can't think of it, but yeah, there's always one.
Yeah.
Where it's like the Mr. Clean thing where he's like, wait, which is, I think it's hilarious. But yeah, it's like, this has to go through, like, someone pitched the idea, and there's probably a team of people who were like, yeah. Then someone had to create the graphic, and then they had to send that to, like, print or social media.
No, they had to get it to review by people.
Yeah, and then it went out, and no one was like, yo, this seems crazy. Or like the H&M debacle where they had
the coolest monkey in the jungle.
Like, who in the fuck did not catch that?
Like anybody.
I'm like terrified of ever making any sort of faux pas that offends people like that. And these fucking companies, I'm like, give me a job in marketing.
We will tell you. I'll tell
pitch
you exactly what
things.
people are afraid
We're
of
still
seeing.
trying to make a lot of hilarious commercials, but they wouldn't be as offensive as Mr. Clean waiting for
world to end. Soon it will all be clean.
No, that doesn't. I thought it was a joke when I
did too.
I was like, this isn't real, and then you're like, that actually happened.
Soon it will all.
And even everything about it, it's unbelievable. I love it because it's just
so fucked.
Yeah,
like, what kind of universe did we wake up in where Mr. Clean is waiting to clean the universe?
At this point, everything's out of hand. But yeah, that was a good submission. Thank you. And as we said before, why don't you submit some fucking shit for the year, year-end episode, which is next episode.
Next
so
a year. Holy shit.
One entire year.
Fuck.
Which we actually have to figure out because we recorded early, so we probably already have been actually doing this
for a year. Yeah.
I'll try to figure out the date. I got some statistics I'm excited to pull
We'll
up.
look at the numbers. It'll be fine.
Yeah, so tell us, whatever the fuck you want. Funniest moment, favorite moment, favorite
how
episode.
you got into us, what you hate about us.
Where-
Call us wieners. We don't care.
Yeah, tell us that we suck, or tell us your
Tell us
least
what you don't
favorite.
like.
Yeah,
what's
I
your
wanna
least
hear-
favorite thing about
I've
the
got
show?
3 least favorite episodes that I think are a resounding no, and I would like to know what people think. But then if you
Tell
say,
us what we can improve on. What can we do better?
What do you want to hear? Don't pitch the things we've already been over that we're working on, but give us ideas. Tell us whatever the fuck you want. We want to have a good year-end episode. Watch the video. So when you're listening to this, next time don't listen to it. Watch the video. It's going to be
the video.
extreme. If you want to see 2 flabby men's bodies smacking together full of petroleum jelly, that's what we've got for you. Yeah, it's going to sound like that, but a little more aggressive as time goes on.